Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to invest to make millions of coins in EAFC. So if you're new around here and you need to make some more coins, then you're in the right place. And all you've got to do to say thank you is drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and remember, we're giving away 500,000 coins, and all you've got to do is send proof of subscription over on Instagram and you'll be entered into the giveaway. If you guys are still stuck with a team like this, and everyone you play in Champs has a team like this, then you need to head over to Sky Coach in the link below. Not only have they got the cheapest and most reliable service for FIFA coins, you can pick any amount of coins, select your console, and put in code PRORECALL for 10% off. Now, as many of you guys know, the place to go in order to do an investment video is going to be Futbin. No matter what it is, Futbin is the place to be. We can see the players that have the most interest at the minute. You might be able to get an inkling of some cards that are coming out. For example, why is Frimpong in the top sort of 10, 20 at the minute? Maybe it's because he's had a bit of a price decrease. Maybe it's because he's just won the league. You've got the likes of Dembele here again at 2.9 million, so far cheaper than I believe I've seen him before. We've got Ham, who had a massive drop after her SBC. She's only going for 600 or 760k, 2 million on the SBC, which shows I wasted a couple damn coins. But when we have a look here, you can also see what's relevant at the moment. You can see cards that might be available in Evos, things like that. And what we can do as well is, of course, the main thing is over in SBCs, cheapest player by rating. So whether this be a special card, standard card, you can see where players are at in price ranges. So when we scroll down, we can very quickly see a disparity in prices. The gap between 84 and 85 is absolutely mental. There's literally like almost a 4 times price, and that is because 84s currently are at minimum. I don't believe 84s can be sold for less than 1.1. So there you go. 1.2 is the cheapest they can be bought now for. You can bid them for 1.1. 84s, or sorry, 85s additionally, if we go on them, they can't be sold for anything less than 2.1. So they're double what their minimum is, but still very, very cheap at the minute. Similarly, we go to 86s. These cards were 12k for the majority of the year, and then more recently have just absolutely dropped, and it has essentially just been insane to watch these cards just absolutely plummet. If we have a look here, down at the bottom, of course, ignoring these crappy ads that Futbin just puts everywhere, you had one day where this card went to, I suppose, like nothing, but I suppose that's just a price range issue, so that was a finesse there. But if we have a look here, you were most of the year, obviously 8k, 8k, 9k, then we spent 11, 13, 14, you can see where SBCs were high. We had days where they were 16,000 coins, and then essentially they've just kind of gone up and down between this kind of 6 to 8 range, and then it went up again, 12. We saw them at 12 again for a bit, 12 there. This is February, so this isn't even that long ago, about 2 months ago. Then they've kind of sat at that 8k range. They did go as low as 6, and now they are sat at 7.9. Now, is that a point to invest? Well, you've got to think realistically. Cards are only going to get more scarce. They're not going to become more available. It's going to be so much harder to get a lot of fodder. So in terms of investment, 84s is more than a no-brainer. You literally cannot lose coins. They are going for their minimum. Any 84 right now is an investment. If I was going to invest 200k, that was where I'd go. If you've only got 200,000 coins, 84s are the place to be, because even if they only double, that 200k is 400k very, very quickly. Similarly, 85s, I predict these will go to about 87, possibly even 88. So realistically, once again, very, very, very easy to make a ton of coins there. 86s at the minute, it's a difficult one to say. If they go up to 12k, you make 4k per card. So if you invest in 8, you make 12. In theory, that's not as good of an investment as going for the 84s, because you're doubling your coins there. If you go over to the 87s here, it's pretty much a similar story in the sense that it's difficult to predict. However, if we pop this open, get a new tab there, and let's just have a look at what the history has been. I mean, where have the peaks of this card been? So these have gone for as much as about 20,000 coins. So at the minute, they're pretty much half what their potential is. Now, I don't think they're going to go for more than 20k at any point. So I'd say in terms of the guaranteed investment, I think the 84s are far better than anything else at the minute. But when we have a look, I mean, 12k, 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 they've gone for as low as kind of 9. They are sat at 11 at the minute. So they're not at their lowest, but they are pretty damn close. They've had a little bit of a hike as of a couple days ago. So if you were to go invest a couple days ago, you were absolutely laughing. But these cards, obviously due to the SBCs at the minute, have had a bit of a bounce. Now, what I would say is at the minute, I'd still say 87s are in a good position to invest in, similar to the 84s. However, your 88s, your 89s, and your 90s is where things are absolutely ridiculous. So you can see here, 90, 25k, fair. 91, 33k, seems about right, not too far for that extra 1 rating. Then double the price for 92. So 92 is out of the equation because they're basically way, way too much. If we go to the 89s, let's just pop open a tab on 88, 89, Let's take a look at 90s as well. And we'll have a look at 91. I feel like it's fair to look at all of them. So this is a promo card, so that's got to be sort of part of what you bear in mind with this one. But the absolute lows of this one, we've seen it go to about 12k. It's currently sat at 16k. So it has been a lot lower. If we go down here, you're looking at, okay, 14k, so it's 12k on PC, but yeah, 12k is the cheapest it's been there, and now we're sat around 16. What's the highest it's been? You've got 21. Obviously, it's a promo card, to bear that in mind, but 21 for an 88 is about right. Right now, in terms of coins to investment, it's not the best, but it's secure. It's very secure. 84s could take a while to move. These will move very quickly if big SBCs are dropped. Similarly, this girl, I mean, she's not really had like huge, insane prices. Apart from on the PC, she was looking ridiculous. But we go along here, kind of when she's kind of crept to the prices of the actual card. So actually sitting at an 89 card. You've got here at 40k, not 65, 50, 40, 30, and then it's kind of really, I mean, it went up there to hell really, but then we go back down 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, and then 20. So realistically, those cards are probably going to go back up to 30, maybe even 35, so that's what to bear in mind. All of these investments, obviously, in terms of doubling, things like that, none of them are close to those 84s. Those 84s are absolutely spicy, but we have a look at 90. 90 is definitely not a bad place to be. What we're going to do is I'm just going to get non-promo cards for two of these, just to have a look at, bear in mind of them, because that's kind of a better representative of the cards. So if we look at 90 here, we've got Lewa, who at his peaks, yeah, you can see 50, 56, 55, 55, 56, 70, all the way down here, and then you get down to like 30, and he's been 23 at times. He's currently 28. It's not his lowest, but I would say you could go up to 40, so that's definitely not a bad one to invest in again. And then we look at, I guess, Patelas over here, Haaland really. So if we pop Haaland open, we have a look at this card here. We look at the 14 days by hourly, and he's gone from 40k to 35, so not massive change. If we go on the daily and have a look at his kind of peaks, he has been a lot higher and has just slowly plummeted. So I would say he's another one where you can probably put a safe bet that he's going to be one where you invest. Going to be easy coins. Now, if we look at informs, which is kind of the next step with a lot of these things, is going over to informs, seeing what the informs are going to look like. 80 all the way to like 85 is basically like overpriced. Well, actually, no, okay, 80 to 83 is overpriced because basically 81s, 82s, and 80s haven't been impacted for ages, so it's like a supply and demand situation. 83s, 30k, 84s, 30k, 85s, 20k, so you can see it literally drops at 85 to be fair. 84s, 30k, 20k for 87s, 88's 20k, and 89's 20k. I mean, realistically, this is just such an obvious buy on both. I mean, all three of these really. Lewa, Stegen, Dybala. Every single one of them is a ridiculous damn buy. The other thing that is a ridiculous absolute is you guys need to subscribe, drop a like down below, and I'll see you in the next one.